Jesus Christ. Well, hello. I'm Will. I talk about music on the internet, and today I'm going to be responding to a prompt I gave you guys. That prompt being, what is the worst song of 2021 so far? I'm going to look at your responses, see if I agree with them or disagree with them, and yeah, let's get into it. Solar Power, maybe not the worst song, but probably the biggest disappointment. Yeah, I mean, it's not a great sign when people are comparing your song to a tampon commercial, or in my case, a Claritin commercial. Generally, commercial music isn't what you want your single to be compared to, especially after releasing one of the most critically acclaimed pop albums of all time. It's not a great sign. It's not the best. NDA by Billie Eilish. Yeah, I mean, while the Among Us comparisons are pretty funny, I don't think the song is that bad. It's certainly not as good as any of the songs off of her debut album, but what is that bad, or at least is that boring and bad for Billie Eilish, is her song Lost Cause. This is one of the most bland pop songs I've heard from a mainstream major artist in a long time, which is shocking coming from Billie Eilish, the person kind of was known for not being bland and keeping things interesting, especially on the production front. It's one of the worst instrumentals I've heard from Phineas, but NDA isn't that bad. I mean, there are some interesting elements to it. I think the chorus is going in the right direction. It's just not up to her standards. Soul Train by YBN Nahmir, there's no contest. I would be surprised if someone didn't answer this, and a lot of people did. There's been a lot of talk about this song since it came out. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad, but it is that bad. Somehow it's that bad. I don't understand how it's that bad, because people are saying it's one of the worst songs ever, but it's really bad. And I think it comes down to not just the vocal performance, but the vocal performance combined with these lyrics. Like, listen to some of these lyrics. When I glide, I slide, might slip around. If it come down to it, I'ma give it all. Make sure my mama straight, and now we can ball. Saturday by 21 Pilots. Yeah, this Maroon 5 ass song is so bad, and it's so disappointing too. Speaking of disappointing songs, I was really hoping for another Trench, another Blurry Face, but instead we got a knockoff Maroon 5 album with rapping. It's just one of the worst albums of 2021, and I don't know what they were thinking. I know 21 Pilots fans try to defend it, that it's something to do with the lore of the album, but I don't know. You need some new lore if you're coming out of the gates with projects like these. Like, what? Without You, The Kid Laroi, and Miley Cyrus. I mean, thanks for reminding me the song exists, asshole. It's really bad. It's really bad. At least the Kid Laroi song, the original, even though it wasn't very good, at least his voice was generic enough to the point where it matched the generic instrumental. But you throw Miley Cyrus's smoke 12 packs a day, glam rock ass voice on top of it, and it just makes no sense. It made it somehow even worse, even though Miley Cyrus is a better singer than the Kid Laroi. It's just a total mismatch of styles. Okay, we have the four most popular answers in one comment here. Peaches by Justin Bieber, Bad Habits by Ed Sheeran, Butter by BTS, literally only armies listen to it, and the worst, Astronaut in the Ocean. Yeah, I mean, all of these songs aren't very good besides Peaches. I feel like that song is pretty good, even though it is kind of carried by the R&B features. As for the other songs though, yeah, I don't know what Ed Sheeran was thinking with this instrumental and just kind of the direction he's going with in general here. I guess he just feels like he can do anything, but I don't know, man. Maybe not this. And as far as the BTS song goes, it's hard to call this the worst song of 2021 just because it sounds a lot like the other songs they've been putting out. I like some older BTS stuff, but as far as recently, most of the stuff they're putting out is just kind of generic High School Musical-esque Disney Channel original movie stuff, and this fits the bill in this scenario as well. Please don't hurt me. And Astronaut in the Ocean, yeah, I mean, I get why people were commenting this. It was everywhere. It still is everywhere. Generic-ass trap beat with kind of these weird rock vocals. It's an absolute monstrosity. I don't even know why it exists. But it does. We have to deal with the consequences. We let Machine Gun Kelly get away with trap beats over pop punk music. I guess, why not this? Anything from Chemtrails over the Country Club. Subpar album to me. I mean, I get thinking that the album is subpar, but is there really a song off of this album that would be considered the worst song of 2021? I don't think so. I mean, Lana's songwriting is still there. Some of the vocal performances come across awkward to some people, like in White Dress, but I liked the breathy quality of that song. I really can't think of a song on this album that I would consider to be awful. Yeah, but that's just me. Up by Cardi B, no. This song slaps. Cardi's singles that she's been putting out lately have been great. I think that the beat goes hard. People make fun of how simple the chorus is, but I don't think a complex chorus is what Cardi B is ever trying to do. That's not her thing. Yeah, I think it slaps. Her verses are hot. Chorus is catchy. I'm into it. Fake Woke by Tom MacDonald. Everything about it, to the racism and the sexism in the song, to the god-awful, dare I even call it, vocal performance. I mean, you could say this about any Tom MacDonald song. As far as this one goes, though, yeah, it's just, I don't even know. I don't think we should give him the time of day anymore. I mean, he's an internet legend at this point just for being an awful person. He's not the first, and he won't be the last. And of course, this song is awful. I'm not surprised. Driver's License, such an overdone sound. Olivia's good, though, no hate. I mean, how overdone is this sound? I can't think of a ballad like this that charted in the way that it did, especially hit #1, in a long time. I mean, the chart-topping ballad queen Adele has been absent for quite some time, so I guess it's about time someone picked up the mantle. I think Driver's License is a good song, so I have to disagree. I think a lot of the hate comes from the fact that it was so popular and so inescapable. I think that the songwriting is pretty interesting in terms of how it's structured. That long bridge is kind of cool. The lyrics are very teenager, but that's expected from a song called Driver's License, written by a teenager. I want to see the world, Hobo Johnson. If you don't think he was bad before, yeah, well, what is the line? I want to go to Honduras. Yeah, I've never been a massive Hobo Johnson hater. I've also not been a massive Hobo Johnson fan. I was kind of in the middle about him, but everything that I've heard from this album, it's pretty bad. It's pretty awful. And his voice is weird. I don't know why his voice sounds like it's changed, but it used to be kind of annoying, and now it's really annoying. So it's terrifying. Look at the Sky, Porter Robinson. Okay, yeah, I mean, the topic wasn't best songs of 2021, but Go Off, I guess. I mean, I don't even know how somebody can know about Porter Robinson enough to be a hater. Like, I'm confused. You have to be like a hardcore EDM fan that is a hipster, or you just gotta... I'm trying not to sound like a douchebag. I feel like, edit this out if I sound like a douchebag. Any Olivia Rodrigo song about her ex, the melodies are okay, but the lyrics are childish, whiny, and give off I'm not like the other girls energy. While I don't think you're explicitly wrong, a teenager did write those lyrics, as I said, so I don't think we should be shocked necessarily. Anything produced by an influencer or social media celebrity, yeah, except for Bella Poarch and that one song by Lil Huddy. Besides that, you're right. MOK interlude, Justin Bieber. I mean, they are great speeches from Martin Luther King Jr., but yeah, it might be the most tone-deaf, off-putting things I've seen in an album or heard in an album in a very long time, and I don't understand why he thought that was something he could do, especially if he cut off the Justice into Justin thing. I don't know if you've heard about that, but you should check it out. It's disgusting if he actually did that on purpose. But Will, he didn't do it on purpose. He did it on Justice. Very funny, guys. Justin Bieber album joke. And that's the last comment, guys. If you want to be featured in next week's video, leave a comment down below of what you think is the best song of 2021 so far, with some sort of explanation as to why. Yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, go check out my Patreon and Twitch pages. I love you. Bye.